Michelle McCormack. We begin tonight with the final chapter in a crime story that shocked the greater De Pere community. The suspect in a trail assault from a little more than a year ago was back in court today. 18-year-old Miles Cruz was facing 5 charges, including attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Police say he jumped a woman from behind, assaulted her, and then left her baby unharmed but alone, about 50 yards away from the mother. But this case is not going to trial. Local 5's Katie Amrine is live to tell us what happened. Katie?
Miles Cruz pled no contest to 4 counts, and he has been found guilty by a judge for all of them. The charges include first-degree sexual assault, kidnapping, strangulation and suffocation, and second-degree reckless endangering safety. Originally, there was another count for first-degree intentional homicide, but the judge chose to dismiss it. Now, following the verdict, Cruz's sentencing has been scheduled for January 6th, where he could face up to 116 years in prison. Live in Green Bay, Katie Amrine, Local 5 News.
All right, thank you, Katie. Local 5 News has now confirmed that the car, believed to be driven by a person of interest in connection with the death of a 5-year-old girl, has been located. The car was spotted in Beloit, and the towing company Crosby's Heavy Duty Wreckage Service is transporting it back to Green Bay. Detectives here are still trying to locate 35-year-old Jordan Levy Carter in connection with Monday's shooting at Amy and Bellevue Streets. 5-year-old Sky Blue Evans Cowley was rushed to the hospital where she later died. Her mother made an impassioned plea for justice during a vigil to the little girl last night. But neither the family nor police are saying exactly what happened. 20-year-old Irma Garcia got 10 years behind bars for a deadly crash in Appleton back in September of 2012. The victim was 50-year-old Celia Harula. Data from the black box of the young driver's car showed she was traveling more than 100 miles per hour. Garcia will also be under extended supervision when she's released. Local 5 is following a developing story, the pursuit of witnesses to the bonfire explosion that burned dozens of Pulaski High School students and alumni at the start of homecoming weekend. Local 5's Paul Stino is live with the latest. Paul?
Hi, Michelle. Yeah, we've been here since about 4 o'clock, and in that time, we've seen about a half dozen people come into the Pulaski Police Department behind me in order to give their witness statements about what happened with that bonfire. So far, we've been unsuccessful with trying to ask them if they'd like to talk to us about it. We, of course, will continue to try to do that. But for the Shawano County Sheriff's Department, who is investigating what happened, this is a big day for them. Deputies say the goal is to piece together why and how a bonfire exploded in the township of Maple Grove over this weekend. We do not know who may have done this or whether this was on purpose or an accident. We do know that there were over 30 victims and that these victims were teenagers, mostly from Pulaski High School. Some of the victims received very serious burns and are being treated in downstate burn units. Deputies are now saying the accelerant that caused the bonfire to explode was a 55-gallon drum filled with some gasoline or diesel fuel. Law enforcement officials have acknowledged that they believe some witnesses have been hesitant to talk with them because the bonfire was part of a high school party, and they suspect that there was underage drinking. They say they've spoken to about 10 witnesses prior to today. Shawano County Sheriff officials have said they will not issue citations for underage drinking for any of the witnesses that come forward.
Don't be concerned about getting in trouble, or as kids would say, ratting on somebody, being a narc. That's not our concern right now. I think we have a pretty good idea as far as our detectives have an idea of what happened. Again, we're just trying to get as many statements as we can, collaborate the stories of as many individuals as we can so that we get the same story from everybody. No one here, we're not looking to get anyone in trouble for being there, but again, we just want to figure out the facts.
And as Lieutenant Madel and all of the police people that we have spoken to have emphasized, this is all about gathering facts. And again, anybody that talks here today will not get in trouble for underage drinking at that party. For now, though, live from Pulaski, Paul Stino, Local 5 News.
An important update. Thank you, Paul. Well, when we've covered honor flights before, we often hear the veterans speak of a brotherhood. Tonight, the story of the Old Glory honor flight that included 2 actual brothers. The Kemeth brothers from De Pere served in different branches of the military and took off from Appleton International Airport together to see the military monuments in Washington, D.C. Their goal is to make sure they see the name of their uncle on the new monument that honors those who made the ultimate sacrifice during the Korean War.
Our uncle is on that wall, and I'm the only oldest one in the whole family, and I remember him, and it was very important for us to go.
We're going to go there and pay tribute to him.
Yeah.
The brothers say seeing a loved one's name honored in this way helps bring closure. Only on 5, Green Bay is taking action to help families with recovery. The Jackie Nitschke Recovery Center will soon be opening a new facility in Green Bay. The house will be the 6th one on the campus. It will house up to 8 women looking for help with addiction. Generous donations help them get to this point, which will allow them to help more people who are on a waiting list.
So I think having more beds in the area available for women is huge. I know when I lived there, people would always ask me, like, do you have openings? What's going on? And there is a list and a need for women's recovery homes in the area.
Staff members with the center say they expect the location to open in early December. A new innovative approach to address the statewide nursing shortage, and the program was started right here in Northeast Wisconsin. Health Watch is still to come. And later on, spinners surprised by the new help at the Ashwaubenon bowling alley. Nobody's complaining either.